can't spell or you're struggling with the balls, would you like to do table tipping? If you do, either tip the glass or flash the lights.
Frederick, let's light up the lights if you'd like us to do table tipping. To communicate with us.
Or move the glass or tip the glass if it's easier for you to do so. Believe me, that glass will move. The glass has actually moved away from you at the back. It's coming over towards me. Sorry, what's your name?
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
Sammy.
Sammy.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Lee.
Lee. I will get the names early in the night.
Lots to go in. Okay.
Do you want to try the table tipping side?
Yeah, we'll try table tipping, yeah. Cool.
Okay then. Alright. We'll take the table board off. What we'll do is we'll take the board off. Let's say farewell because we want us to stay. We'll put the glass in the box. Right. With this, put your hands on the table.
Yeah.
Gently or however, but just touching the table as long as you've got contact on the table. That way, from this, I mean, to be honest, you can do that,
Yeah.
but that's all you can do. You
Yeah.
can't physically force the table to tip.
Yeah.
You've got equal forces,
Yeah.
and you're not going to make it want to tip because you want it to do it off its own pace. So, from there, call out, tell him, get him to do something. Don't be forceful if you have to.
George or Frederick, can you tip the table for us? Can you speak to us through the table? Or can you speak to the voice recorder? Or play with the lights? Can you turn the lights on for us? Can you play with that? That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Stop teasing with us. Is that?
Can you make it go orange? Or even red?
If it's Frederick, turn it red. Or if it's George, can you turn it red? 1 for Frederick, 2 for George. Let us know who's there.
Did the table move about 10 seconds ago? Did anyone feel that?
Might have been a mistake.
Right.
Good idea.
Come say hi. Come say hi to old Lester Granny Pie. Have you ever had it like sort of like really
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Actually, I've had it last week at Talking Museum.
Yeah?
They had one, he was a bit of a, he wasn't a sceptic, but he was unsure, and they said, well, he said, well, go on and make the table move. Tip it right over, and it went,
Wicked.
Come on, Frederick, let's chuck this table across the room.
Come on, prove you're here.
Don't
We know you're here.
You're not using my energy for that.
Use our energy to tip the table.
Till you say stop.
Come on, Frederick, you were playing around earlier on, so turn it red once for yes or 2 for no if you want to communicate for us. Until I say stop. Don't be shy, turn it red for yes if you want to be there.
Did no one feel that table move there?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. The leg came off first.
Did it?
Yeah. And it's the leg by your right hand.
Well, I'm alright then. Do you know what? I think I felt it lifting.
Yep.
Come on, that's it. Give us a definite tip.
Come on, lift the table for us. You know you can do it. We want to know you're here.
That one. That one. There you go. Can you still see it?
Yep.
Oh, you're coming out now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Go on, get it up to red. That's it.
Okay, start talking away then.
Were you scared of the light, was it?
Do you prefer the dark? You make the lights
lights go orange or red if you prefer the dark. There we go. Are you happy we're in here? You are happy we're in here? If you're not happy we're in here, turn the light to red.
If you're happy to be here with us, turn it red once.
Go on, boy.
There you are, see? You going to tip this table for us then?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
You going to tip this table for us?
Speaking to us now, aren't you?
So what can you do for us? Can you move that coin for us in the window ledge? Give it a little move. If you don't want to come over the table, just let us move that coin.
Can you say something into the voice recorder? You're definitely here now, aren't you? Try and turn the lights on to red now. Give it a big effort and put it on to red. Nearly there.
Well, you can use our energies till we say stop.
You can use our energies until we say stop. Can you flash it to red once if it's Frederick? Or are we talking to George, make it go red once?
Incredible orbs, the tables,
Look at that CCTV.
it's just unreal. And we've had, it's such a shame because you miss the knocks. I was talking to Margaret and it was 1 knock for no and 2 knocks for yes. And she was just chatting, wasn't she?
Yeah.
And it was like this.
Yeah.
2 for yes and 1 for no. It was amazing, and she's in here, and William isn't with her in here, but both she and William go all over the house, and there are lots of spirits, or lots of them in the house, and she said some of them, I said, are any of them bad? She said yes, and I asked her how many, and I asked her to knock out how many, and she knocked out 6, and I said, are there 6 that are bad? She said yes. I said, do they do bad things? She said no. Just that they, you know, they weren't very nice people in life, she said yes, and they're not still not very nice. What else?
They don't bother her.
They don't bother her.
Frederick, one of them.
And was Frederick one of them? I think that was,
Yeah.
yes, it was. But they're not, they don't like do bad things, they're just not very, they weren't very nice people, and they're still not. The most, I mean, that was amazing. We like had 10-15 minutes of just pure conversation and knock responses. It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you felt like it was coming from here. I thought it was coming from down there.
Oh, and we saw the lights
Yeah.
black out on the camera a couple
Yeah.
of times, like somebody had walked in front of them.
But either way, the knocks were definitely in this room. It's not like they were coming from somewhere else. We had like something go across there, like something, and we've actually seen orbs with our naked eye as well. And had more flashing light. Immense, isn't it? And now this as well, and we're touching it so lightly that when it was tipping towards me, my fingers move up it like that, so like my fingers aren't staying on it.
Yeah.
When it was tipping, mine would go up like that.
Well, hopefully that will pick that one up.
Yes, yes, and you heard shuffling. It's just immense, hasn't it? Really been. We're not
When
sure.
when we were on telly, you thought you could hear the knock.
I mean, we were sat in front of the TV for about 15 minutes, just going, oh, wow! Oh my God, wow! Nuts. And then we each took turns going up to the table, and then it was at the table where and getting the knock responses. That was great because I haven't had knock responses now for a good few years, and it's so nice. I actually got quite emotional. Yeah. But it's so nice to have those knock responses back again. I literally haven't had those since that accident.
There's one top right.
Oh, trust me, when they start, you won't be saying, oh, there's one.
Yeah.
Look at that, look,
Whoa.
look. It's okay, babe.
I got that on video, yeah.
You put it on video.
They're just, I've never seen anything like it. They're just
amazing.
That's good.
Just wait until they really kick off. It's incredible. It's like a light show. Right, we'll do the table again and see if that picks it up again.
It's the flashy ones you want to catch
It's
on
like
the camera.
It's like a ring, and in the middle is dark, and all around the ring is really bright and sort of flashing. Whoever we were talking to before who was tipping the table, I'm so sorry we were interrupted. That was really rude, and I'm very sorry. But we're just so amazed with all this. We wanted to share
Whoa, I
it.
just got a couple of good ones.
We wanted to share it with our friend James over there. James is actually Jules' son. So I'm Amanda, and this is Jules, and that's
James. Whoa,
And would you?
that's cool.
You are William. Hello. We were talking to Margaret before, and she seems a lovely lady. Margaret's your wife, is that right? And is she with you now? Did she like talking to us? Oh, that's wonderful, thank you. Because Margaret was knocking. Was it Margaret doing the knocking? Thank you.
No, it's still not then. Up there somewhere.
That was a different knock. It might be them upstairs. Sorry, William. Do you go all over this house? Do you like this house? Do you love this house? Are you happy that we're here this evening? And you're happy to talk with us? If we bring some friends in, will you talk with them as well? They're very nice as well, and polite and respectful. Will you talk with them as well? Maybe? A little bit, please? Oh, thank you. Thank you. And will Margaret maybe as well? Will you both have a think about it? Will you just think about it? Thank you. That's brilliant. Well, I hope that you both will come forward and talk to our friends as well, either through this table or with the knocking that Margaret does. That's great because we can all hear that. And thank you very, very much for talking to us.
Yeah, thank you, William.
And we'll come back in a little bit and see if you want to chat with us then. Is that okay? Oh, thank you. Bye. Did you see on the film that my fingers, when it moves, my fingers go like that?
Yeah,
So it's definitely not me tipping it.
yeah,
And it's tipping towards me as well, so it's not you either.
yeah.
Because where your hands were, it'd be quite difficult. We wouldn't. But, you know, for the skeptics out there who say everything's done. Gosh, thank you so much, William and Margaret. You're just the most amazing hosts. Thank you very much. Because that's what you're doing. You're hosting us in your home. Thank you.
Can't really see where I'm going. Fine.
You're getting a bit tired now. Are you comfortable on board to talk to these lots? So you can tell them a bit more about how you're doing. I think they'd like to talk to you a bit more.
Are you in any pain?
I've been told when they pass on today that all the pain goes away. And
The only pain that they feel is when they just miss.
you miss showering, that type of thing. And I've also been told that the age that they felt comfortable with is the age they are. So I feel sorry for them on the other side when my dad starts to top the clock, because he always keeps telling me he's only 21. So hell, they better lock up their grandma, that's all I can say.
Can you lift the table again, Grandad? Can you lift it towards me?
Use all that energy. Put it towards Hannah. Use all their energy. Use the rest of the energy you've got up there. Then we'll give you a bit of a break and then you can come to on the forward thrust.
Are you still there, Grandad?
I'm feeling tired now.
Yeah, they're getting a bit tired. Even the backwards and forwards is hard thing at the moment, isn't it? Well, I think you've made one family day today.
You've
And
made them very happy.
Thank you for coming here, Grandad.
hold on.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. He's found his renewed strength. He did say he was a bit
Probably
low.
had a coat float.
I'm a man after my own heart there.
We love you loads.
Thank you. Right. Welcome to that class now. And we'll speak to you again in a while. See if I miss you.
Miss you, Grandad. Thank you.
Thank you for coming through. You've made our group very happy. Farewell.
Farewell.
Bye.
That's it.
Are you happy getting now, ma'am?
Yeah, that's really good.
Hopefully
How did we get
on
here?
board and you know, sometimes it's like keeping watching all over you, and sometimes if he knows that you're going to this sort of thing, because normally with spiritual churches, sometimes it just you don't really know, do you? Or she'll come with something that's more
Direct as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not direct. Whereas that was more direct.
It's more open as well. What I thought is anyway. So,
Even when, like, at the end of the night, we just go off and do our own things, and the group will just get it around, and you guys can just come back to your own form,
just try it
just do it on your own, and just
see how you feel.
you might be a bit more confident talking to you without anyone else just leading you. We'll build up his energy now. So.
Now he
Yeah.
knows. He'll
He'll
go,
go,
yeah.
If he were away.
A few cup of tea.
Yeah.
Pack it up tomorrow.
Wow.
In an hour.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew that. I was just interested to see how easy the table moves. If I push it, do you know what I mean? If I push it.
Grandpa's got a table side.
But it's not easy, is it?
Not like it was.
No, it was
No,
not.
it's moving on.
Stuck there as well, so
Yeah.
I like the bit when it comes right over like that.
I know.
So, right up to your lap as you say, I'm here.
Yeah.
I loved it when he went round.
Yeah, that was
And that's
good.
hard to do. Like
Yeah.
that. Hard to do. To do that.
It's
Not like it was doing it. Yeah.
No.
Because when he was doing it, it was going around really smoothly.
It was, wasn't
And
it?
now it's
No.
just a bit like this. And so it's not light.
No, that's what I was
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
wow. Oh, sure.
that you're smiling from ear to ear, girl.
But people actually, mum reflect on that, they see.
Can you push the table, please, for yes? Do you support Henry VIII? Do you know who I'm talking about? Okay, let's start again. Walborough Manor. W-A-L-B-O-R-O-U-G-H. Okay. Walborough. Am I saying that right? Walborough Manor.
Check it out. Because what it was this was a manor house before, which was owned by King Henry VIII.
I see.
And it was sold, and I'm not going to say that.
Would it have been the Woodvilles? So Woodvilles before Henry VIII?
No, this was actually this was actually built on the same manor. This was just a redesigned
let's keep
house.
this energy going. Are you still with us? I'm sorry, we got interrupted there. I am sorry, that was rude of me. Are you still? Can you give the table a push if you're still with us, please? Are you still here? I'm sorry we got interrupted. We were just trying to think of ways that things that we can ask you so that we can communicate with you better. Can you please push the table if you're still here? Hello? Yeah, that's gone.
It's gone off there, yeah.
Yeah, it's all dead, isn't it?
Well, thank you very much for talking to us. Maybe we'll try again in a bit because I think you're very, very interesting and I would love to know a little bit more about you if possible. And if any of it is for you, can you push the table? So if he says something that is... I've lost my words. If Mark says something that you know or says when you were with us, please push the table if you're here. So Mark's going to read now.
1545, John Gavrock bought the manor of Walborough from Henry VIII. When Gavrock became lord of the manor, he set about building a new home at Forde. The older building, which is at the rear, is believed to be the house erected by John Gavrock when he first acquired the house. His three daughters inherited Forde House, and towards the end of the close of the 16th century, sold it to Richard Raynal of the Middle Temple and his wife Lucy. The present house bears the date 1610 and is built in the shape of the letter E, commonly thought to be in honour of Queen Elizabeth I, who just died. This is when it starts getting interesting. You heard these names. 1622. Richard Raynal was knighted by King James I. In 1625, King Charles I stayed overnight at Forde House on his way to Plymouth.
I've had Charles.
1634, Sir Richard died at the age of 76 and is buried in the magnificent monument in the chancel of Walborough Church together with Lady Lucy, who died in 1652 aged 74. 1646, Sir Thomas Fairfax and Oliver Cromwell stayed at Forde House on their way to Dartmouth. 1648, the young heiress of Forde, Margaret, only daughter of Jane Raynal and Sir William Waller, married Sir William Courtenay, Lord of Powderham Castle. Thereby this estate passed over to the Courtenays. 1688, William, Prince of Orange, sailed to Brixham to lead his army to London. 2 days later he reached Newton Abbot and declared his intention to become King of England. The general public was addressed from St Leonard's Tower in Walborough Street, where the bells were afterwards rung in celebration. William came to Forde House to visit Sir William Courtenay, who was not there. The staff had, however, been instructed to provide food and accommodation for the Prince. William stayed overnight in what is now known as the Orange Room. 1692, Margaret Lady Courtney died. 1702, William Courtney died. Forde House continued to be owned and used as a residence by the succeeding generations of the Courtney family until 1762 when the house was let. And it goes on.
Nothing on the EMF, nothing on
no.
this, it's gone very quiet now.
Yeah.
But that's the histories, and it's funny that William, Margaret,
Yeah.
I mean there's 4 Williams in that.
Well, the William that I spoke to was definitely Margaret's husband.
That's confirms that they both died, didn't they? The Courtneys.
Yeah.
Is there somebody here with us? Yeah, we're here with complete respect, as you know. We just love talking to you before, was just wonderful, and we wanted to just come back and have a quick chat with you one last time before we leave and say thank you and goodbye. If you're here, could you push the table, please? Thank you. Did we speak to you earlier? Did we speak to you earlier? If you're the gentleman we were speaking to earlier, could you give the table a really good shove? Give it a good, use all your energy that you can use ours too, and give the table a really good shove. Please.
I love the way you do that.
Thank you. That's great. Are you Terence? Are you Terence? Are you a man? If you're a man, push the table. Just to be sure, because I'm not sure. If you're a man, can you give the table a good push, please? Thank you. Have we got your name wrong? If we've got your name wrong, can you push the table, please? Thank you. If you push the table for yes, that would be great, thank you. Does your name begin with T? Okay, I'm going to go through the alphabet. And when I say the right letter, can you push the table, please? A, B, this is the letter that your name begins with, sorry. When I get to the right letter that your name begins with, can you push the table, please? A, B, C, D, E, F. Your name begins with F. If your name begins with F, can you push the table, please? Thank you. Did we speak to you in the cellar? Is your name Frederick? So Jules and I spoke to you in the cellar earlier, didn't we? And Caitlin and Sue spoke. So we've all 4 of us ladies here have spoken to you in the cellar. Is that right?
We hated Sean being down there.
Oh, he was not amused.
The male.
Do you prefer women? Yeah. Well, we've loved talking to you tonight, Frederick. Did you live here when it was Walborough Manor? I'm just going to bring the table back here. Did you live here when this was Walborough Manor? Were you in the service of King Henry VIII? Do you like King Henry VIII? Do you not like King Henry VIII? Thomas Cromwell come here? Did Oliver Cromwell come here? Did you see the king? Are you still here?
Did you work in the garden?
You like the ladies, don't you?
I didn't such a long time downstairs.
Do you like Sue especially?
No, I gave him a hard time.
Did you like Sue? Did you like Caitlin? You like young ladies then? Do you like young ladies?
No, he hasn't got preference. He just didn't like me and Sean.
Oh, do you like Jules? You like Jules, is it? If you like Jules, tip the table over at Jules.
Ow, ow, ow. Is your finger stuck?
No, my back's hurting.
I'm just going to bring the table back here. So just to be absolutely sure, if you like this lady here, the lovely buxom blonde called Jules, can you tip the table over to Jules? Push it right over, shove it at Jules, if you like Jules. Give it a good old shove, just so that we know.
Buxom? Ain't heard that word for a while.
The corner there is Jules's son, James. Do you like James?
Like no man.
Well, he's very quiet.
So was poor old Sean.
Well, Frederick, it is absolutely lovely meeting you. Do you like meeting us? Do you like chatting with us? Can you lift the table? Do you think you could lift the table?
Come on, you know you can.
Can you lift it? Lift it up in the air? No? Can you give it a really good shove? Push it right over there. Just shove it. Push it over.
Are you happy?
Very good.
Think
Thank
you can
you.
do better than that.
I think it's getting stuck in the floorboard.
Yeah.
Do that. Were you married? Did you ever marry?
Yeah.
Did you have children? Did your wife know that you liked the ladies? Did you like the ladies while you were married?
Of course. It's Frederick we're talking to. I think he had one for every day of the week, didn't you, darling?
Were you a handsome man, Frederick? Did the ladies like you? Did the ladies like you?
Bet you nicked the flowers out the garden, though, to give to him.
What do you think of what Sue's saying? Is that right?
He's not going to answer me.
Are you still with us? Are you still here, Frederick?
Yeah.
Frederick, if you're still here, can you push the table over for us so we know that you're here? Thank you. Do you think you could really push it across the room? Do you think you could do that? Because I reckon you're pretty strong. You've been amazing. And I'd like to see if you can push this table, because it's only little. Can you push it right across the room over there, do you think? You can use all of our energy as well till we leave. Can you give it a good shove? Push it over?
That was rubbish.
Well, that was a little bit of a push. How about a big push?
You know, like when women have babies. Push.
Remember when Jules and I were in here before and you really shoved this table really hard? Can you do it like that again, please? Are you here? Are you still here? Would you like to speak to Jules? Would you like Jules to speak to you? Are you still there, Frederick?
He wants you, Kate.
Are you still there, Frederick? Well, Frederick, we've had such a fabulous time talking to you, and we just wanted to come up and have a final chat with you and say thank you very much and good night, and hopefully we'll come back again and we'll chat with you some more. Would you like that? We'll come another time. Are you going to say good night to us?
No, I think he's gone back downstairs.
Well, thank you very much and good night.
Thank you, good night. Good night, thank you.
Did you get all of that?
Mhm.
It's good, wasn't it?
Mm.
I'm glad we managed to get that. Fantastic. And we might even have something on EVP as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's a good point.
Right, should we bring this down with us again?
Oh, excuse me. Can I go to school downstairs?
Yes.
There's nothing like they've been screaming. Sit down there. You shut. I couldn't find a shot of screen. Alright, guys. You scream.
I thought it was clear as well, to be fair.
Well, you're all bloody
Right,
right.
Maybe it's that.
Mirror.
Oh, hold on.
Frederick,